NIO recently launched its new model, ET7, which has landed as a bomb. People are crazy about this car, but still, people are afraid and want to get a thorough knowledge of what people are trying to get. But don't worry, we have a solution now. Hello people, welcome back to TechZen. So today we are going to give you a brief review of NIO ET7. Stick with the video and watch it till the end to know everything about it. Let's begin. Our most recent test drive was in the NIO ET7, a premium high-class sedan produced by NIO, a firm best known outside of China for the EP9, which set the Nurburgring lap record. NIO, on the other hand, is becoming more well-known for its high-quality pure electric cars, having previously delivered 3 production car models, with the ET7 test-driven today being the 4th. The ET7 is the company's most sophisticated model to date, using the most advanced technology in autonomous driving and being the first to have the NIO second-generation digital cockpit. The NIO ET7 cost 436,660 renminbi for the basic model with a 75 kilowatt-hour battery and 513,400 renminbi for the Premier Edition variant with a 100 kilowatt-hour battery as standard. The government subsidy of 11,340 renminbi is already included in these rates. The ET7 is slated to be on sale in Norway later this year, but European pricing has yet to be announced. The ET7 is planned to be offered in the international market with just a 150 kilowatt-hour solid-state battery pack. The ES8, which was offered in Norway, entered the market at a lower price than in China. Therefore, the ET7 pricing may be lower than those for the Chinese market. By the end of 2022, NIO intends to introduce the ET7 in Germany, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark. Because the ET7 we tested was a pre-production premium edition device, several software functions were unavailable. Exterior. The NIO ET7 is 5,101 millimeters long, 1,987 millimeters wide, and 1,509 millimeters tall, with a 3,060 millimeters wheelbase. It is bigger and more capacious than the Tesla Model S, but just 126 millimeters shorter than the Mercedes EQS. The ET7 has its own distinct design that is undeniably remarkable. The dual-beam LED headlights with double-dash daytime running lights are located at the front. This design is employed in the back, with full-width 3D heartbeat rear lights. Although we couldn't see the 3D effect, the lights look nice on the vehicle. The ET7's profile is exceptionally sleek and aerodynamic, and NIO worked very hard to reduce the drag coefficient to 0.208, which is quite low and unexpected, given that the company refers to above the windshield as the watchtower. It's where the ultra-long-range, high-resolution LiDAR sits in the center, with 8-megapixel cameras extending on both sides. The ET7 boasts soft closed doors and frameless double-glazed windows, giving it a classy but athletic appearance. When you approach the vehicle, the invisible door handles appear, and when you lay your hands on them, the door will automatically spring up a little due to touch sensors on the rear of the handle. When you sit, the door closes with a gentle pull, and when you want to get out, you just touch the button on the side of the door, and it will open for you. Interior. NIO has been promoting the idea of a second living room in your automobile. We thought it had nearly achieved its objective of producing something as pleasant as your own living room. The ET7's interior is roomy, sleek, and contemporary, with floating screens, a 2-tone steering wheel, and invisible air vents, lending a futuristic vibe to the vehicle. The ET7 has a lot of Nappa leather, and almost everything is smooth and feels great. NIO claims to use up to 40% more leather than other car makers, which we're not sure about, but there does appear to be a lot of it. The ET7 is the first automobile to employ the material Karun, which is completely constructed of rattan. Rattan is a plant-based substance that contributes to the preservation of tropical rainforests. The Karun is utilized on 14 items in the cabin and has a nice feel. It definitely increases the quality of the ET7's interior, easily matching that seen in luxury automobile manufacturers. ET7 also has fragrance and air quality systems PM 2.5 filters to keep the cabin air fresh and clean. The proportions of the ET7 make it exceptionally large, and with a wheelbase of 3,060 millimeters, the back seats are very comfortable, with lots of legroom. The breadth of this automobile also allows the back seats to comfortably accommodate 3 persons. We thought the seats had a reasonable depth and provided adequate support for our upper legs. The leather-upholstered chairs were nice but solid, and we didn't feel like we were sinking into them. A fantastic feature is that all front and rear seats come equipped with heating, air conditioning, and massaging features, something you'd have to spend an arm and a leg for if you bought another brand's automobile. The boot is of good size and can hold everything a family needs, but the entrance is small, and the back seats do not fold down, making moving bulky goods impractical. Infotainment. Now for the cabin's technology aspect, which is likewise highly complex. NIO, a little robot-like digital assistant that interacts with everyone in the vehicle, is well known to NIO. NIO has been improved with a dedicated NPU processor and 4 microphone arrays, allowing for significantly better speech recognition and sound localization. The ET7 has a 12.8-inch AMOLED central infotainment screen and a 10.2-inch HDR digital instrument cluster, as well as the second-generation digital cockpit. The floating center screen features a narrow bezel design with 5.5mm sides and a resolution of 1728 by 1888. When compared to other infotainment systems, the screen is exceptionally crisp and has really outstanding colors and details. It's also quite quick and responsive with almost no latency. We've been informed that the floating architecture will allow for simple physical modifications to the infotainment system, which is fantastic. With a 7.1.4 sound system as standard 23 speakers, a 1000 watts power output, and Dolby Atmos, listening to the music of all genres is a delight for your ears. Because we were testing a pre-release model, the software had various issues, which made us appreciate the necessity of having physical buttons. In 2 instances, the whole automobile system became frozen, and we were unable to change driving modes or do anything on the infotainment screen. We had to reset the vehicle before everything worked properly. Needless to say, the NIO crew told us that these difficulties would be resolved in the release software when the ET7 began delivering. Range and power. The NIO ET7 has just one electric motor configuration, with the battery being the only component that can be customized. It is NIO's first vehicle to feature the company's second-generation high-efficiency electric powertrain architecture. This dual-motor electric system has a 180 kilowatts front permanent magnet synchronous motor and a 300 kilowatts rear induction asynchronous motor for a total peak power output of 480 kilowatts and torque of 850 newton meters. This provides the ET7 a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour speed of under 3.9 seconds, which is comparable to an Aston Martin DB11 V12 twin-turbo. However, it is not as quick as the Variant 3 performance model, 3.3 seconds, or the Model S Plaid, which is closer to its size, but few EVs can rival the S Plaid in acceleration. The ranges are as follows: 530 kilometers for the 75 kilowatt-hour battery pack and 675 kilometers for the 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack based on the CLTC, a new China-only standard for EV range that is much more optimistic than the already overstated NEDC estimates. The 150 kilowatt-hour battery pack will be the world's first solid-state battery, with an NEDC range of 1,000 kilometers. Driving. We drove the ET7 100 kilowatt-hour Premium Edition pre-production vehicle. The vehicle has 5 driving modes: Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Custom. Sport Plus is where you can get your 3.9-second acceleration, albeit maybe a little much for city commuting. Other modes' acceleration times are as follows: Eco, 9.9 seconds, Comfort, 7.9 seconds, and Sport, 5.9 seconds. In Eco and Comfort mode, the ET7 seems to prefer to power the vehicle using the weaker front motor rather than the stronger rear motor, which feels strange but decreases energy usage. The NIO's regenerative braking is not as robust as in other EVs, with the highest strength option dubbed Standard. When you take your foot off the pedal, the ET7 does not descend abruptly and provides a smoother ride than comparable EVs. This is obviously intended to improve passenger comfort, since some regenerative braking in other EVs may be too powerful and disorienting for some. However, one-pedal driving is not feasible with the ET7 since the speed never drops below 8 kilometers per hour, necessitating the usage of the brakes while stopping in traffic. The braking is immediate and steady, with higher speeds feeling heavier and lower speeds feeling lighter. Because NIO uses an electronic brake booster system, The brake booster motor may generate the same torque to brake or decelerate. In terms of suspension, the ET7 boasts air suspension that can raise or lower the vehicle by 5 centimeters, front 5-link and rear multi-link independent suspension, and a continuous damping control (CDC) system that adjusts damping in real time. Drivers may choose between light, medium, and harsh damping. We've reached the end of the video. Leave your thoughts on this video in the comments section. You should like it and then forward it to your friends. If you like this video, please press the bell button to be notified when we upload new content. Thanks for watching.